I used to think that I had tendencies, a tendency to be late, a tendency to procrastinate, a tendency to be impatient, a tendency to get mad at people in traffic, a tendency to self-sabotage, right? And what I've come to understand is that tendencies aren't real. And just stick with me for a second. I know that's a bold claim, but I'm going to explain to you. Tendencies are not real because when you say when I was saying, oh, I have a tendency to be impatient, for example, I was giving up my power to be able to change it. And that's why I felt powerless. So if you ever say, I have a tendency to do this, or I have a tendency to drink, I have a tendency to cheat on my partner, I have a tendency to do things other than what are aligned with my true self, that's why you feel powerless. And that's why I was feeling powerless, is because I was giving up my power by excusing myself from the choice that I could make, which would give me my power, right? So tendencies, I want everyone to understand that tendencies are not real. So you don't have a tendency to do these things that you do not like. You just are uncomfortable stating the fact, the truth of, I constantly choose to be impatient. I constantly choose to be late to work. I constantly choose to cheat. I constantly choose to not work on what my passions are. I constantly choose other routes besides the ones that feel good to me. I constantly choose to put other people before myself. That's why it doesn't feel good when you say these things to other people. I know I'm not the only one. When you guys have conversations, it's like, oh yeah, I have a tendency to do that too. And it just kind of excuses you from having to go down the road of diving into you and figuring out why you have the so-called tendency that's not a tendency. This is why it doesn't feel good. You have the choice to not be impatient. You have the choice to not be late. You have the choice to eat better. You have the choice to not cheat. You have the choice to love harder. You have a choice to wake up and choose happiness. I know it seems like what, but it's true. Think about it. Find the logic behind the word tendency. Say to yourself right now, everyone has their own tendencies, right? Let's say you're impatient. I have a tendency to be impatient. And then I want you to find the logic behind a tendency that is making you impatient, because it's untrue. All the way untrue. And then tell yourself, I choose to be patient. I choose to be impatient. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but it will feel true, because it is true. And the good news is once you become accountable enough to just accept the truth, you then regain your power back to change the circumstances which you do not like in the first place. So rather than just slipping away the old easy phrase of, I have a tendency, how about say, I choose to be impatient and I don't know why. I should probably figure that out. And the answer is not in external circumstances or people or other things outside of yourself. It's within you. You know why you're being impatient. It might be because you're unhappy in your relationship. It might be because you're unhappy at work. You're unhappy with the way your kids are acting. You're unhappy with how you're acting. You're unhappy with how you physically look, how you physically feel. You're unhappy with life. You're just unsatisfied. Maybe you're not a miserable person, but you're just not fully satisfied all the time, right? Those could be huge contributing factors. And the reason why I'm saying all of these examples is because it's never one thing. You know, you could have the most efficient engine in the entire world built for you, but if you pull out the spark plug, it will not run. Period. It will not run. Try it. Don't believe me? Go out in your garage and try it. Pull out the spark plug, see if it starts, because it won't. Anyways, I hope you guys found some value in this. If you don't know me, I'm Skylar Crass. I'm a mentor, and my mission is to help end suffering for as many people as I can. And so that's why I'm providing content from my experiences to help others create theirs and become aware of their true selves, because all of you are amazing. I love all of you. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to me on YouTube, Skylar Crass. You can find me on Facebook, Skylar Crass. That's SKYYLERCRASK. I'm also a mentor, so if you want help understanding these and you want to dive deeper into some of my ideas, right, and make them true tools for you to use in your everyday life, reach out to me. I am happy to help any and every one. Save this video, share it with a friend, share it with a family member. I have many other videos that provide tremendous amounts of value that a lot of people aren't talking about. No fluff, no guru stuff, just me and the real. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you.